I'm not going to blame the music, I'm blaming you. I'm sure you've been hitting the car, hitting the car. I don't know who this car belongs to, by the way. Obviously wanted to be a part of the entertainment. Is this all we are? So the New Zealand Cook Islands Arts Collective members of, please come forward now. Depot Art Space has been the home of this exhibition for the last month. I'd like to ask a team from the gallery to come forward as well. I'd like to ask the artists who have worked inside this gallery as well to come forward, all the artists. I didn't say go inside the gallery, I said come over here. Oh. They're shy. Often find it difficult to express themselves. Adam mate, you artists. Adam mate. Oh, this whole event, and it's not just tonight, it's been a month-long activity, has come together thanks to not just the work of these people here, but lots and lots of people behind the scenes. And the stories that have come out of this event, the stories that have come out about our soldiers have been so touching, heartwarming. And we want to share a story about this very space. Sus. We wanted to share a story about this part of the world, about Devonport right now. Now, Nearval, you want to make everyone have a cry? You wait, you're going to cry. Nearval, please share with us. Oh, you get two.
Kia ora koutou katoa toa I te aroa ma ata o te toa. E ola koutou tākato. Kia ora, talofa. Greetings to everybody. We'll try and be really short. It's awesome that everybody's come about. I think I'll just cut straight to the point, is that I guess there's a story that we wanted to share. I mean, why are we not in South Auckland or other areas? Why are we right here in Devonport? And the very reason why is because 100 years ago, 500 men laid down their feet right here, marched through our township, really proud, and sung songs. And 100 years ago, it took us this long. Better late than never, but 100 years ago. So, you know, they marched through, they're at Narrowneck Military Camp, and that's where they were based. So if you know Narrowneck Beach, they marched along there, they exercised. It was Māori Pioneer Battalion alongside with Niueans and obviously the Cook Islands, and I think a few other smaller groups, ethnic groups. So, I mean, this is pretty much what this is just a starting of what we're about to do for our Cook Island people. So, you know, it's awakening up everybody to say, hey, you know, who is our tupuna? Whether it's tupuna or not, these are men that need to be honoured. And that has been the sole theme and right through our whole reason for coming. Creating, singing, dancing, telling stories, eating together. Very much like our men 100 years ago. So we're not the first cookies to come here tonight or this, ever since we started the exhibition. 100 years ago, our men already laid down their foundation right here. And many of the Devonport community really acknowledge these 500 Cook Island soldiers. 8 of them, if you don't know, are buried up at O'Neill's Point Cemetery. 8 men. So anytime you come around Anzac, you know, and you say, that's right, they're a Cook Island men, well then come over to O'Neill's Point Cemetery and bring a lei. What's $2? What's 20 minutes of your time just to acknowledge these men that fought for our country, you know, so that we could have our freedom. We can sing our songs, speak our language. You know, what did it take? So what's 20 minutes of your time? You know, turn off that motorway and just jump on Lake Road. Might be a mission, but you know, it just takes once a year at least. So, you know, pay tribute to our soldiers up in O'Neill's Point Cemetery. Sergeant Benny Banapa, who Karen Unangi was standing up here representing, and many other relations up there. So there's a lot of men, there's one in Waikamiri Cemetery. So other than that, these men, I think 2 weeks ago, just quickly, the Te Urutu was practicing just up here on a Friday night, rehearsing. And what they ended up doing is that they actually saw, what they saw is that they came out of the shops and they started clapping. They said, what's going on? Look at these men. They said, oh, they're Cook Islanders. So they came out and started clapping and looking at them and saying, wow, look at these guys. So that was 100 years ago and none of the people knew that. They were doing exactly the same thing 100 years ago. Neighbours, Devonport community was clapping and waving to the soldiers. Every day they would come out and they would march, and that was their drill. In the mornings they would go out and march from Narrowneck all the way around, right towards Devonport and back up, and singing. And none of them had their heads down, they had their heads up high. So, you know, this is an incredible time, and I think everybody can pay tribute to this time, and it's awesome that everybody's come on board. I just want to introduce Linda. She's been an incredible sister. This is Linda, Blinko, and she's just really embraced me, I think, first when we started this exhibition. So this is her home, who's actually made it our home. So I'll just need to say a few words before we...
Wow. I have to say that I have never, the depot's been going for nearly 19 years now, and I don't think we've ever experienced what we're experiencing now. And I just want to thank all of you so much for being here, and not only being here, but enriching the Devonport community. Because I think what you've done is you've connected with our community, you've embraced us, as I hope we've embraced you, and you've actually reinstated something in Devonport that it is forgotten about. And this is this huge part of our community, which are 500 Cook Island soldiers whose spirit is still here in our community. And to bring that spirit alive again, and through you, has been probably one of the most meaningful, memorable experiences that I have had since being a part of the depot. So thank you so much. We are so honoured and so privileged, and we have been moved every day by what you have given to us. So thank you.
Actually, we're going to ask for 3 cheers for Depot Art Space. 3 cheers for Depot Art Space and the fabulous team here for having us crazy Cook Islanders. Because we are lovely, but we're crazy. 3 cheers, hip hip!